Today we are going to discuss pin and signals or pinout diagram of 8086 microprocessor. Before we go through this topic, let us recap what we have discussed in last couple of lectures. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss everything, but let us recap it. So in last two lectures we talked about what is computer. Okay, right from fourth generation to latest computer. Then we have discussed one Neumann architecture of computer, what the input devices means, what is the role of input output devices in fact, and how the CPU, working of CPU in data processing. And then we went ahead and discussed microcomputers. And then we have discussed in detail microcomputer system consists of buses, what is the role of address bus, data bus, control bus. And then we also talked about this is more structured diagram of microcomputer, which can be reproduced in the examination if it appears in the examination. And then here we also talked in details about the address bus, data bus, and control buses. And then we went ahead and talked about what are basically a peripheral devices, peripheral IO devices. Then what are the different software, system software and application software. And then this is more detailed version of microcomputer system we talked about. And then after discussing all those, you can unmute you can mute yourself. Whenever you will be asking question, you can unmute, but right now you all should mute your mic, so that I will not be having any disturbances from background. And then when we went ahead and we started from computers. Okay, then we talked about microcomputer, and then we talked about microprocessor, what the microprocessor is all about. And then we have discussed the evolution of microprocessor, right from 4-bit microprocessor to the latest microprocessor which we are having. And then we talked about generation of microprocessor, and we came to know that the microprocessor which we are dealing with in this particular course, 8086 microprocessor, is 8-bit microprocessor. This is from Intel family, and this came into existence in 1978. And this is first a 16-bit microprocessor so far. Okay, and then we went ahead and discussed the functional blocks of 8086 microprocessor. This is not internal architecture of microprocessor, but this is functional block of microprocessor. Today, and then we had a question answer session as well. Okay, now today what we are, and then this is the overview of 8086 microprocessor. Let me repeat this again. We know 8086 microprocessor is the first 16-bit microprocessor, very first 16-bit microprocessor. Moreover, the one of the peculiar characteristics of this 8086 microprocessor is this is made up of HMOS technology. Okay, it has got approximately 29,000 transistors, and this is 40-pin DIP, dwell-in package. The DIP means dwell-in package with 5-volt supply, and it does not have internal clock, so we have to apply external clock. And I advise you to study what is the duty cycle, and today in the question answer session we are going to discuss this. As far as the buses are concerned, the two buses are very important. 8086 microprocessor has got 16-bit address data bus and 20-bit address bus. Now whenever we are talking about 20-bit address bus, because the address bus is going to, you see, the data bus is going to decide the overall speed of microprocessor. Okay, because if it is 16-bit microprocessor, it means that at a time 16-bit data is going to be processed, and when it is 20-bit when it is 8-bit microprocessor, it means at a time 8-bit data is going to be processed. This is something like जो हमारे छोटे बच्चे होते हैं ना, they can do 1-digit addition subtraction, whereas whenever you grow you can do 2-digit 3-digit and so on and so forth. This is how the microprocessor also evolved. Initially there was a 4-bit microprocessor. It means at a time only 4-bit data can be processed. When it is 8-bit microprocessor, it means at a time 8-bit data can be processed. And this is the example of 8086 microprocessor is the example of 16-bit microprocessor. It means at a time a 16-bit data can be processed, and this has helped a lot to improve the speed of microprocessor as well. So this is how the data bus is going to be very important. As far as address bus is concerned, Address bus is going to decide how many memory devices can be connected. How many means what would be a maximum capacity of memory device which can be interfaced to the microprocessor. Now since we are having 20-bit address bus, it means there will be 20 lines, right? 20-bit means there will be 20 lines which will be carrying logic 0 and logic 1. So 2 to the power 20 means 1 megabyte. What does it mean? It means that with this microprocessor you will be able to interface the memory of 1 megabyte capacity. And I told you how this 1 megabyte is evolved. If you start in calculating values, 2 to the power 2 is 4, 2 to the power 3 is 8, 2 to the power 4 is 16, and so on and so forth, you will reach this destination that 2 to the power 20 would be 1 into 10 to the power 6. It means it is 1 megabyte. Now why it is called 1 megabyte? Because it could be, why it is not 1 megabit? Let me tell you, because it could be 1 megabit or 1 megabyte, and I am sure you must be having difference. You must be knowing difference between 1 bit and byte. Bit, like 8-bit means 1 byte. So whenever we are talking about 1 megabyte memory, it means that each location will be capable of accommodating how many bit of information? How many bit of information? 16 bit of information. Okay, so that is why it is called as not 16 bit, 8 bit of information. That is why it is called as byte. Okay, each memory location can accommodate 8 bit of information, means 1 byte of information, and that is why it is called as 1 megabyte. Otherwise, if you calculate the number, the 2 to the power 20, it would be 1 to the power 10, 1 into 10 to the power 6. It means 1 mega. Okay, and why byte then? Because each and every memory location will be able to accommodate 8 bit of information, means 1 byte of information. Therefore, it is called as 1 megabyte memory. I would advise you, because since this is online session, I won't be able to take your questions while delivering talk. But as you know, the last lecture would be because after every 40 minutes this is going to be terminated, and like that. On last session we are going to have, I'm going to take your all questions. So you please start writing questions whenever I'm speaking. You might be having some question. You can start writing questions so that you will be able to ask me question at the end. So this was the overview of the issues or topic which we have discussed in the last lecture. Today we will be talking about pins and signals, or popularly this kind of article, this article is referred as pinout diagram of 8086 microprocessor. Now this is the pinout diagram of 8086 microprocessor. As I mentioned earlier, this is a 40 pin DIP, dwelling package. Okay, 40 pin DIP. So it means there are 40 number of pins. You can see pin number 1 to pin number 40, right? So I'm going to tell you what are the functionality of each and every pins. Now, as I told you earlier, we started from computers, what the computer is all about, then what is microcomputer, and then we started, we started from broader version, and now we are coming together closer and closer and closer, right? Now this is external feature of microprocessor, like externally what are the different pins, and then once we finish this, we will be entering inside the microprocessor. That would be internal architecture of microprocessor. So this is how the hardware part of microprocessor we are going to finish. So today we will be discussing, I will be telling you all those details of 8086 pinout diagram. So you can see this pin number 2 to 16. Pin number 2 to 16. If you look at this, you can this color AD0 to AD14. Pin number 2 to 16. This AD0 to AD14. Now you can see here. You must be knowing, and then including pin number 39, because data bus of this microprocessor is 16 bit. So you can see this A means address and D means data. It means that these pins, 2 to 16 and 39, these pins are multiplexed. Multiplex means it carries two different functionality. You must be knowing that in most of the metropolitan city, like in Aurangabad also, we have got Inox theater, Inox movie theater, right? In which you will be having 3-4 screen. We call it as a multiplex. Why multiplex? Because at same place you will be having 3 to 4 screens. You can watch 3 to 4 movies as per your options, right? As per your liking, right? That is why it is called as multiplex. It means at same place you will be having more number of activities happening. Similarly, here these pins are multiplex. Most of the pins are multiplex here, except very few. Otherwise, all the pins are multiplex. Means all the pins will carry more than one functionality. Okay, so as far as this pin number 2 to 16 and 39 is concerned, it carries two different functionality. One is these same pins are being used to transfer data bits, and the same pins are being used to transfer address bits as well. Now, moreover, whenever we will be discussing this pinout diagram, you need to look very carefully at this the arrows. Okay, whenever it is like unidirectional, means it is single arrow. You can see ground. This is single arrow, right? But whenever it is arrow is like this, I mean this is bidirectional. So these pins are bidirectional, and I'm going to tell you the meaning as well. Why the pin should be bidirectional, when the pin should be unidirectional, that I'm going to tell you as well. Okay. Now, as far as this pin number 2 to 16 and 39 is concerned, AD0 to AD15, these pins are bidirectional because addresses are always unidirectional. Addresses are always, I mean, what for address pins are there? You see, you need to have a picture in your mind. आपके दिमाग में एक पिक्चर होना चाहिए. क्या पिक्चर होना चाहिए? आप रिकॉल करिए माइक्रो कंप्यूटर की ब्लॉक डायग्राम. माइक्रो कंप्यूटर की ब्लॉक डायग्राम क्या है? You have a CPU right in the center, and then you are having peripheral devices. Okay, CPU right in the center and peripheral devices. We are talking about 8086 is CPU. It means the CPU is going to have access to memory as well as input as well as output device. So memory as well as IO devices, right? Let us say I would like, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि चलो मुझे मेमोरी से डेटा कुछ लेना है. ओके, मेमोरी से डेटा लेना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई विल आस्क यू, ओके, आई विल आस्क यू, यू नीड नॉट रिस्पॉन्ड बट लिसन. पर आप जिस घर में रहते हो, मैंने कहा कि भाई देखो बेटा, आपको आपके घर से मुझे एक XYZ किताब लाना है, राइट? नाउ व्हेनेवर आई एम आस्किंग यू टू ब्रिंग सम बुक, you need to know what is the address, because since it is your home, you know the location. But if I ask you to go to my house and bring this and this book, what you are going to ask me? You are going to ask me, sir, okay, I can go to your house, but tell me where this book is stored. Okay, what is the location of this book which you are asking me? आप जो जिस किताब की बात कर रहे हो, आपके घर में तो मुझे पता नहीं है. आप मुझे बताइए कि आपके घर में ये किताब कहाँ पर रखा हुआ है. It means you will be asking me address first. And then once you know address पे मैं बताऊंगा ठीक है, आप जाइए मेरे घर पे, ड्राइंग हॉल पे दो कपबोर्ड होंगे, एक के ऊपर बुक्स लिखा हुआ है, दूसरे के ऊपर नोटबुक लिखे हुए हैं. The cupboard which is labeled as books, that is the cupboard you need to see. Okay, then open that cupboard, and then in the cupboard there are 4 compartment. Okay, तो मुझे आपको कंपार्टमेंट भी बताना पड़ेगा कि आपको कंपार्टमेंट नंबर 1 में ये XYZ किताब आपको मिलेगा. It means you will be eager to know address first, then only you can pick up the book. So I mean the drawing hall, then that cupboard and that compartment, this is the address path. Okay, so we need to tell this address path. So first of all we need to initiate the address path. So microprocessor has to do the same thing. And second is, then once you know the address, then you will be able to collect the data. Data means that book. Similarly, microprocessor also in the first clock cycle, the clock cycle means in the first action, I would say. Clock pulse you can consider in general, right? आप जनरल उसको समझिए कि जो पहली क्लॉक पल्स में मतलब क्या है, शुरुआत में जब शुरू करेगा, आप जो भी काम बताएंगे तो पहले उसको एड्रेस बताना होगा आपको. So therefore address lines are to be unidirectional only, क्योंकि उस लाइन माइक्रोप्रोसेसर खाली एड्रेस देगा, बायडायरेक्शनल होगा नहीं. क्यों नहीं होगा बायडायरेक्शनल? क्योंकि जितने डिवाइसेस है उसका एड्रेस खाली आइडेंटिफाई करना है उसको, राइट? सो देयरफॉर एड्रेस लाइंस आर गोइंग टू बी ऑलवेज यूनिडायरेक्शनल. So once it is located, once the destination, once the location is located, then you can take the address. So now अभी डेटा बस क्यों बायडायरेक्शनल होती है? आप देखिए, जैसे कि मैंने बताया आपको कि मेरे घर से इस कपबोर्ड से इस कंपार्टमेंट से आपको एक किताब लाना है, right? It means you are bringing the book. right? You are bringing the book. If this is the cupboard and this is where I am coming, so data will be flowing in this direction, right? From cupboard to me. But I can ask you, okay, this is the pen, you take this pen and keep there, right? This is again data, so data will be flowing in this direction. It means this memory, whatever memory we are talking about, you can look at my directions also, okay? Because since I don't have any bigger screen, but you can look at my picture, right? Because I'm showing you something, okay? So this is the memory and this is the data. So what I'm asking you to keep the data, so this would be the direction. And if I am asking you to bring something, so this would be the direction. It means that data bus has to be bidirectional, and that is why these pins, you can see pin number 2 to 16 and pin number 39, you will see the arrows are bidirectional arrows. It means these pins are bidirectional pins, okay? So you need to understand this. These pin number 2 to 16 and 939, these are AD0 to AD15. It means you can see D0 to D15 means 16 lines, okay? D0 to D15 means data line 16. This is what the data bus is, because 8086 microversion data bus कितने हैं 16 बीट की data bus है, तो D0 to D15. As far as address bus is concerned, address bus has 20 lines. यहाँ पर कितने हुए A0 to A15, कितने हुए 16. So 4 are remaining, that I will tell you, okay? So these pins, pin number 2 to 16 and 39, these are address data pins, carries addresses as well as data. Address bus is always unidirectional and data bus is always bidirectional. That I hope you understood what I mean to say. Now 38 to 35 or 35 to 38, these are remaining 4 pins of address bus, because address bus, as I told you, here you can see A0 to A15 और यहाँ पर बाकी बचे हुए 4 जो है ना, A16, A17, A18 and A19, ये 4 जो है इस लाइन पे है, 38 to 35 to 38, and that whole becomes a 20-bit address bus. तो 20-bit address bus कहाँ से होगी? Right from ये 16, I mean 2 to 16 and 38 to including 39 and 38 to 35 to 38. So these are 20 lines for address bus. Now, as far as these pins are concerned, you can see now these pins are unidirectional only. You can see the direction of arrow going outside. Okay, unidirectional, but how it is going? It is coming from microprocessor going outside, because address bus is always used to locate the location of data. Either it is from input output device or it could be from memory device. So either ये memory device का हो सकता है या तो IO device का हो सकता है. That is why these are unidirectional. But again these pins are also multiplex. क्या दूसरा फंक्शन क्या है? जैसे कि यहाँ पर क्या है, AD है, मतलब एड्रेस एंड डेटा, मतलब सेम पिन पे दो फंक्शंस है, एड्रेस भी कैरी करती है पिन एंड डेटा भी. Now what about these? These are, in fact, this should not be AD0. This should not be AD. There is some mistake here. You remember, this should be A16, A17, A18, A19. D नहीं आना चाहिए यहाँ पर. क्योंकि D क्यों नहीं आना चाहिए? आप देखिए, सोचिए D क्यों नहीं आना चाहिए? क्योंकि डेटा बस हमारा 16 लाइन का है, 16 बिट की डेटा बस है, तो D0 to D15 यहीं पर काम खत्म हुआ. D होना ही नहीं चाहिए, तो यहाँ क्या होना चाहिए हमारा? A16, A17, A18 and A19, remaining 4 bit. And at the same time, the same pins carrying some status signals. What are those status signals? S3, S4, S5, S6. अब क्या है वो मैं आपको next slide पे बताता हूँ. You can see what are those. You can see, you need to know, you need to understand the functionality of each and every pin. Okay, so S6 is always logic 0. S6 कभी भी ये status, ये देखिए यहाँ पर देखिए, ये जो है आउटपुट, ये एरो आउटसाइड है, इसका मतलब क्या है? माइक्रोप्रोसेसर सिग्नल बताएगा. So what is the meaning of this status? From these S3 to S6, you will be able to understand what is happening inside the processor. Status, जैसे कि आप देखिए क्लास लेते समय मैंने आप लोगों को डाटा, तो क्या होगा? You will be having unhappy face, okay, sad face. मैंने अप्रिशिएट किया, you will be having happy face, right? आपके चेहरे पे क्या होगा? फेस पे क्या होगा? खुशी दिखाई देगी. मैंने अगर अप्रिशिएट किया आप लोगों को, तो डाटा तो क्या होगा? You will be unhappy, right? So it would be a kind of a status. मतलब आपके चेहरे से पता चलेगा कि आप whether you are happy or unhappy. वैसे ही ये जो स्टेटस पीस है ये माइक्रोप्रोसेसर के अंदर क्या हो रहा है ये पता करने के लिए है। इसलिए दैट इज व्हाई although unidirectional but it is not going towards the processor, it is going outside the processor, right? अब क्या है, क्या स्टेटस हम पता कर सकते हैं वो देखिए। अब देखिए S6 is logic 0, it means S6 always show you logic 0, there is no second thought। क्यों? इट इज एज पर डिजाइनिंग, उसका कोई रीजन नहीं है। ओके, लॉजिक 0 हर बार यहाँ पर लॉजिक 0 आपको मिलेगा। सो व्हेनेवर यू आर doing some interfacing experiment and if you want to use, if you need logic 0 status, you can use this S6 pin. This is forever, it is whenever you are switching on computer, I mean microprocessor, you will always get S6 logic 0. Now as far as S5 is concerned, it indicates the condition of intraflags bit। intraflag, तो intraflag क्या है अब मैं आपको बताऊंगा। इंटरफ्लैग इज काइंड ऑफ इंटरनल रजिस्टर। इंटरफ्लैग्स, सो माइक्रोप्रोसेसर को, जैसे कि देखिए नाउ आई स्टार्टेड डिलीवरिंग टॉक, मैंने अभी टॉक देना शुरू किया। मान लो क्योंकि मैं घर में बैठा हूं अभी, मान लो मेरे घर से मेरी बेटी को या बेटे को मुझसे कुछ काम है। Friend, this is going to be, the session is going to be terminated after 10 minutes. Okay, so quickly without wasting time we should join. We should not have any break because just now we started. Okay, so जैसे कि मैं बता रहा था कि जैसे कि मान लो मुझे घर से मेरे बेटी को मुझसे कुछ काम है, तो what they are going to do, they are going to knock the door. Although this room is open, but still they are going to, because they know I am doing some work, so they are going to knock the door. It means that they would like to interrupt me. ओके तो क्या होगा, जब भी डोर नॉक होगा तो इमीडिएट मैं पीछे नहीं देखूंगा, बिकॉज आई विल बी हैविंग सिग्नल कि भाई पीछे से किसने तो भी नॉक किया है। सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई एम गोइंग टू फिनिश द स्टेटमेंट व्हिच आई एम टॉकिंग, राइट, और आई एम गोइंग टू फिनिश दिस पर्टिकुलर स्लाइड एंड देन आई विल बी turning back and see like what kind of what are their requirement, right? So it means in our day to day life also we always have some kind of mechanism available or open to interrupt us. Similarly, when our processor is also working, when a processor doing some work, तो वहां पर भी हम प्रोसेसर को इंटरप्ट कर सकते हैं, राइट? तो इंटरप्ट, देयर आर टू डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ इंटरप्ट। वन इज हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट, सेकंड इज सॉफ्टवेयर इंटरप्ट। मतलब हार्डवेयर से मतलब आप एक्सटर्नली लॉजिक 1 और लॉजिक 0 से माइक्रोप्रोसेसर को इंटरप्ट कर सकते हो, एंड इंटरनली भी कर सकते हैं। दिस इज समथिंग अबाउट इंटरनल फ्लैग बीट। आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू डिटेल्स ऑफ दैट लेटर ऑन, बिकॉज whenever we will be talking about INTRP, I will be telling you more about this, right? So S5 indicates what is the flag beat, what is the status of flag beat. If it is 0, it means interflag is reset. If it is 1, it means interflag is set to 1. Now what is the meaning of that I'm going to tell you later. Then next is S6, S3 and S4. S3 and S4 indicates which segment is accessed during current bus cycle. Now segment means what? In fact, in microprocessor there are 4 different segments. मैंने आपको बताया कि माइक्रोप्रोसेसर को 20 बिट एड्रेस बस है। Now since it is 20 bit address bus, we are going to have 1 megabyte memory. 1 megabyte का मेमोरी हम कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। अब 1 megabyte is very huge memory. Let me tell you my friend. जैसे कि हमारे घर में, अगर जैसे कि मेरा 1000 स्क्वायर फीट का घर है मेरा, फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर घर में तो जनरली हमारे घर में क्या होता है, अगर घर जगह अगर बड़ी है तो व्हाट वी डू, we usually have drawing hall separate, kitchen separate, bedroom separate, right? At least ये 4 रूम तो हमारे होते हैं, 3-4 रूम। तो मतलब जैसे कि ड्राइंग हॉल है जहां पर हम बैठेंगे, गेस्ट आएंगे तो उनको एंटरटेन करेंगे, किचन है जहां पर हम पकाएंगे, कुक करेंगे, एंड देन बेडरूम में भी 1 or 2 or 3 बेडरूम डिपेंडिंग ऑन द अवेलेबिलिटी। उसके लिए हम अलग अलग रूम बनाते। अब आप सोचिए कि अगर अलग अलग रूम ना बनाते हुए 2000 स्क्वायर फीट का प्लॉट है, आप 4 दीवार खड़ी कर दीजिए एंड देन यू मार्किंग कर दीजिए कि दिस इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर किचन, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर ड्राइंग, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर बेड एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ। would it be good for you? Absolutely no. ये सही नहीं होगा, क्योंकि उससे क्या होगा, कन्वीनियंट नहीं होगा, एक दूसरे को डिस्टर्बेंस होगा, प्राइवेसी नहीं रहेगी, एंड देयर वुड बी a number of problems you will be having. There would be chaos rather than that. हम क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि पैसा तो बचेगा ना हमारा। अंदर की जो दीवारें है, दरवाजे है, डोर्स है, विंडोज है, उसके पैसे बच जाएंगे, लेकिन फिर भी हम ऐसा नहीं करते, राइट? वी ऑलवेज हैव द वॉल्स इन बिटवीन सो दैट there would be separate compartment, like you will have like bedroom separate, bedroom 1 separate, bedroom 2 separate, kitchen separate, स्टोर रूम सेपरेट, ड्राइंग हॉल सेपरेट। क्यों? क्योंकि हमें आसान यूज करने के लिए आसानी होगी। What does it mean? It means that, लेकिन आपके पास अगर छोटा ही घर है, 10 बाय 10 का रूम है, तो क्या 10 बाय 10 के रूम को हम 4 सेगमेंट में डिवाइड करेंगे? क्या नहीं करते। 10 बाय 10 के रूम तो वही रहेगा। जैसे कि मान लो आप स्टूडेंट हो, मैं भी जब स्टूडेंट था तो वी यूज्ड टू लिव इन 10 बाय 10 रूम, तो वहीं पर सोना, वहीं पर खाना पकाना, वहीं पर खाना, एवरीथिंग वुड बी लाइक वन इन ऑल। वैसे फॉरेन कंट्रीज में स्टूडियो अपार्टमेंट होते हैं। स्टूडियो अपार्टमेंट मतलब जब भी आप, जैसे कि मैं यूएस गया था तो आई वाज लिविंग इन स्टूडियो अपार्टमेंट, राइट, बिकॉज़ सिंस आई वाज अलोन, सो स्टूडियो अपार्टमेंट इज गोइंग टू बी कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव अपार्टमेंट। तो वहां पर आपका किचन, एक कोने में किचन होगा, मतलब कोई कंपार्टमेंट नहीं होगा, कोने में किचन होगा, राइट। आप वहीं पर आपका बेड होगा, एक कोने में एक आपका टॉयलेट होगा, राइट। सो वन इन ऑल, राइट। तो क्योंकि जगह छोटी है ना, तो आप सेगमेंटेशन कर नहीं सकते, लेकिन जगह अगर बड़ी रही, you can do, you always do the segmentation. Similarly, in microprocessor also, since we are having enough space, because here HGRS microprocessor का जो मेमोरी है, जैसे मैंने बताया कि 20 बीट एड्रेस बस है। 20 बीट एड्रेस बस होने के वजह से what is the beauty? Beauty is like we can interface 1 megabyte of memory. 1 megabyte is very huge, and therefore there are 4 different segments. What are those segments? 4 different segments. One is data segment, in which data is going to be kept. Second is a code segment, in which the instructions are going to be kept. Third one is stack segment, in which the stack memory related operations are going to be performed. And third one is extra segment. Extra मतलब extra, like जैसे कि हमारे घर में स्टोर रूम होता है ना, कि स्टोर रूम हम जनरली रोज के एवरी डे जो हमारे एक्टिविटी है वहां पर हम कुछ करते नहीं, बट वी ऑलवेज कीप सम, यू नो, लाइक सम मटेरियल, we always keep some material in, like the material which is not being used on day to day basis, वो हम स्टोर रूम में रखते हैं, राइट। सिमिलरली एक्स्ट्रा सेगमेंट में ऐसा ही है कि जो एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस है, whenever you need that space, that can be utilized, but it is not going to be used on regular basis. So there are 4 different segments: data segment, code segment, extra segment and stack segment. अभी क्योंकि हमारे पास मेमोरी है कितना, 1 मेगाबाइट, तो उसमें माइक्रोप्रोसेसर 8086 बेस्ड जो मेमोरी होती है उन्होंने उसको कैसे बांटा है, 64K। सो ईच सेगमेंट इज गोइंग टू हैव 64K, राइट। 1 मेगा आउट ऑफ 1 मेगाबाइट, ईच सेगमेंट इज गोइंग टू हैव 64K। सो डेटा सेगमेंट के लिए 64 किलोबाइट, कोड सेगमेंट के लिए 64 किलोबाइट, स्टैक सेगमेंट के लिए 64 किलोबाइट एंड एक्स्ट्रा सेगमेंट के लिए। जब मैं 64K की बात कर रहा हूं तो टू द पावर हाउ मच, 2 to the power 20 is 1 megabyte and 2 to the power 16 is going to be 64K. 2 to the power 16 is going to be 64K. इसका मतलब ये है कि जो सेगमेंट की बात हम कर रहे हैं, जब भी हम इसकी सेगमेंट मेमोरी को एक्सेस करेंगे तो we need only 16 bit address. Instead of, although we have 20 lines, but we are going to utilize only 16 out of 20. राइट। तो ये अभी बाद में मैं आपको डिटेल में समझाऊंगा, बस इतने आप समझ लीजिए। सो ये 4 सेगमेंट जो है, क्योंकि हमें पता नहीं रहेगा कि which segment memory is utilizing, तो ये S4 S3 जो बीट है, that is going to be kind of indication. So it indicates which segment is accessed during current bus cycle. Current bus cycle मतलब जो execute current, जो भी करंट क्लॉक साइकिल है या बस साइकिल है, वहां पर उस समय माइक्रोप्रोसेसर which segment is going to be accessed. Now उसका मीनिंग ये देखिए, अगर S4 being a higher byte and S3 being a lower beat rather, when S4 S3 is 00, it means microprocessor is accessing extra segment. 01 रहेगा तो इसका मतलब microprocessor is accessing stack segment, and if it is 10 means code or no segment, and 11 means data segment. इसका मतलब forget about no segment, let us consider code segment. It means 00 रहा तो microprocessor extra segment access कर रहा है, ये पता चलेगा। 01 रहा तो stack segment पता चलेगा। 10 रहा तो हमें पता चलेगा कि microprocessor is accessing code segment, and 11 means data segment. अब ये क्यों? क्योंकि microprocessor is either accessing either code, data, stack or extra segment. Microprocessor can never access all the segment at a time. एट ए टाइम एक ही सेगमेंट एक्सेस करेगा, तो हमें पता चलना चाहिए। तो ये स्टेटस सिग्नल, स्टेटस बीट से पता चल जाएगा कि माइक्रोप्रोसेसर which segment is being accessed by the microprocessor. So this is how these are 4 status signals are. Then BHE. What is BHE? BHE is दिस इज अगेन एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि आप देखिए कि कुछ पिन जो है यहाँ पर बार नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ BHE पे बार है, राइट। देखिए RD बार है, यहाँ पर बार है, यहाँ पर बार है। तो आप ये समझ लेना कि जब भी बार की बात हो रही है, जब भी बार की बात हो रही है, इसका मतलब ये है कि द पिन इज गोइंग टू बी एक्टिव लो। एक्टिव लो एंड एक्टिव हाई मतलब बार नहीं है मतलब एक्टिव हाई, एंड बार है मतलब एक्टिव लो। इसका मतलब जब यहाँ पर 0 रहेगा, जहां पर बार है ना, वहां पर जैसे कि इनपुट पिन है, जैसे कि इनपुट है, ये बार नहीं है, इसका मतलब हमें यहाँ पर लॉजिक 1 सिग्नल देना है। और अगर बार अगर है तो लॉजिक 0 देना है, राइट। दैट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। ओके, सो ये एक्टिव लो और एक्टिव हाई जो कंसेप्ट है ये आप समझना पड़ेगा कि एक्टिव लो का मतलब बार है मतलब एक्टिव लो मींस लॉजिक 0 एंड एक्टिव हाई मींस लॉजिक 1। बार नहीं है इसका मतलब वो एक्टिव हाई होता है, राइट। सो ये समझना पड़ेगा आपको। जैसे कि BHE की बात कर रहे हैं, बस्ट हाई इनेबल, BHE की बात करें बस हाई इनेबल, तो यहाँ पर BHE का मतलब क्या होता है, बार है इसका मतलब क्या है, व्हेनेवर इट इज